Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
At times, they say it's worth the wait. We waited a long-ass time for the NFL to return. And now we at week 4. What the hell going on? What's up,
Y'all know what it is. Welcome to another episode of Y'all Heard What I Said Sports Podcast. Hear what you guys tell.
Got Darren, a.k.a. I don't want none.
Indeed.
Like D just said, we hitting the week 4. So we're going to recap some week 3. So the first topic I want to go on is that the Kansas City Chiefs finally got a win. Finally got a win on Sunday Night Football against the New York Giants. And that game on Monday Night Football that y'all called, y'all said the Detroit Lions going to beat the Baltimore Ravens who had so many blunders once again. And now, guess who got to play each other in week 4? The Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. So my question for y'all is, who's the game more important for? The Baltimore Ravens or the Kansas City Chiefs? One team is going to start winning 3, but who needs to win more?
It'll be possible for me to say it's more important to the Chiefs. I mean, Patrick, my homeboy, Super Bowl champ. And all them guys over there got a Super Bowl. So, I mean, yeah, it's a slow start, but we've seen them overcome so many things. For it to be like the 3rd year, going into the 4th year of everybody saying this should be a deep playoff run for the Ravens, this should be a Super Bowl run for the Ravens, like, y'all 1-2. Dropping a 1-3. And the way the AFC looking this year, it ain't good. I don't care who you got. Because like we said last week, it don't matter who the Ravens got. It matters if they're being used right. And we know Harbaugh ain't using right.
So me, I'm going to say it's more important for the Ravens also. Like you said, the Chiefs been there and done that. Like they can start 1-3 and they still got people injured that's coming back. Mm-hmm. And you say, yeah, they always say the Chiefs can pick it up at any time. Like you said with Mahomes. And on the other side, as much talent as the Ravens have, me and my homeboy Bernard talk about this all the time, as much talent as the Ravens have, that execution, they never have good execution because of the play calling. And like you said, their defense look terrible right now. And obviously they the favorites to win their division. But you starting 1-3, that's even going to put that in jeopardy.
I mean,
like I know you got the Bengals with Burrow hurt in the Steelers, but it's still that's still not a good record to start off of because anything can happen in division games.
That's true. I think I agree with
both teams still going to make the playoffs though.
On that sense that the Chiefs, the players already got their legacy and stuff. They known for winning. But the Ravens been doing this the last couple of years off the bad starts because of hard schedules in the beginning. And still end up with a good record. So if they do start 1-3, I don't think I would be that worried since that division. Like y'all said. But I think it is more important for them to win.
But it might hurt their chances with home field, obviously.
True.
Yeah, and that's my thing. That's why I said it means more to the Ravens. Like they can both go down similar paths and be wild card teams. But at the same time, the Chiefs, they haven't really had to deal with this kind of adversity. Their most adversity was wide receivers not catching passes. Other than that, they've been solid. On the other hand, the Ravens, what is the biggest thing people say about them every year? They can't win playoff games.
Yeah.
You can't win a playoff game if you can't make the playoffs. And right now, just because your division a little weak don't mean you continue to slack up. Because like bro just said, all it takes is another Cleveland Brown defensive game for Brown and Ashley to have 300 yards and the Ravens looking like a mediocre team. So like it's...
That's what I'm saying. As much talent as they have, they lack execution. And they always talking about they was talking about John Harbaugh the other day on First Take asking should he be under fire or fired.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith was like, no, he's a terrific coach. And yeah, John Harbaugh is a good coach, but at some point, how long you gonna keep somebody when you can't get the job done?
Yeah.
Like you said, they haven't won consecutive playoff games since they won the Super Bowl. And we already talked about when John Harbaugh blew all those leads, 17 double-digit leads in the 4th quarter.
That's my thing. Like, let's say you
just got a 3-year extension.
Let's say you're working on a project, and there's 7 pieces to that project. But this project just ain't the way you want it. So you start switching out some of the smaller pieces, thinking it'll make a better difference. And then after you can switch out all the smaller pieces, the only piece left is this big main piece. But it costs the most money to switch out. And you I done had this piece so long. Should I change it out or should I just keep switching out? It's about time to switch out that main part, bro. You can't keep switching coordinators, getting different running backs, different cornerbacks.
And just always keep
blaming them. Y'all done switched to GM. Like, bro, why is Harbaugh the only person that seems to be not a problem?
Yeah, they always talk about Mike Tomlin not winning the playoff games in 2016. They probably won as many playoff games as John Harbaugh in that span. They just haven't made the playoffs as many times. And the Ravens have had a steady quarterback in Lamar Jackson, while the Steelers keep going through quarterbacks since Big Ben
that's
left.
my thing. Sure. Can we really even blame the Steelers since Ben left? Nobody had a chance. Were you banking on Rudolph? I mean, let's be real. Trubisky stuck in there. Like, let's be real. Meanwhile, it's been the same thing for years. Like, at some point, like, we're not gonna blame Lamar. Lamar's getting accomplishments based off of what he's doing. What is John Harbaugh really getting? Because this accomplishment is based off of the work of the field on the field of the players, and we can't keep getting mad at Derrick Henry fumbling, getting mad at Mark Andrews missing passes. At some point, we gotta look at the playmaking. We gotta look at the plays called. We gotta figure out
what T.O. said.
Yeah.
It's more with the plays that are called.
The next cue.
All right. So, what you said is more important for the Ravens. Yeah, I think we can all agree with it's more important for the Ravens.
This is not a problem you're supposed to be having if you're a John Harbaugh team. Period. They had 20 missed tackles last night. 20. Let's look at the drives that they surrendered. 5 touchdown drives. 67, 98, 60, 96, and 70 yards. The Lions are the first team in 13 years to have multiple 90-plus yards in a game against the Ravens. In 13 years. 20 missed tackles. You're giving up 2 90-plus yard drives. You saw the 5 drives that I pointed out. You can't tackle. You can't stop anybody. That's coaching. This is not something that we expect to be talking about with a John Harbaugh team. So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, listen, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. And I got that part. And he's got to get over the hump. We get that. Derrick Henry, listen, it's not good that he's fumbled these first 3 games. But let's face reality. We really believe that's going to continue to happen. This is King Henry.
No.
Yeah. This is King Henry we're talking about here. So do I believe that Lamar Jackson will fix whatever doldrums he has? Yes. Do I believe that Derrick Henry will fix it? Yes. But who's fixing that defense? Who's fixing that defense? I mean, that defense is giving up now. You gave up 40. You gave up 38 last night. I'm looking at 41 to Buffalo. I'm just looking at them right now, and I'm saying to myself, this is not, if Ray Lewis, wherever he is, I'm going to hear from Ray. You could put money in the bank. I'm going to hear from Ray Lewis this week. At some point, and it's not. And when I talk to Ray Lewis, understand something. It's very little conversation. It's usually when he's venting. So it's just shut up and listen.
So you're just
go ahead, let it out. And Ray, man, where are they? I mean, he's going for him, for Ed Reed, cats like that to see what they established as Ravens. It was always a T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs. These guys established a level of greatness, a level of toughness. You were not going to push them around. You were not going to run roughshod over them. Well, how many rushes? 220 yards?
224 yards.
224 yards. 224 yards rushing against the Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh, on a morning like this, he really, really needs. He's the one that doesn't need to come into work. He's the one that needs to sit there and look in the mirror and really reflect on who he is and what he stands for, because they're violating him. There's not a single person on the Baltimore Ravens defense that should be proud to have their name on the back of their jersey.
Still 2 undefeated teams in the Eagles and the Bucks. If you seen the Bucks pull out a victory the same way 3 straight weeks with a Baker Mayfield-led drive, we seen how the Eagles came back from down 26-7 with them 2 block kicks. Second half comeback, they won. So my thing is, Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have actually kind of had the Eagles' number, too. They've been like the only team that's been beating them over the last. Yeah, so who do y'all believe will win this game?
I said Tampa because they was at home, but Mike Evans, I think, going to be out. So I don't know. I'm still going with Tampa, though.
Mike Evans is a big piece. If Godwin comes back and plays, he could be the X Factor sneaky person, because he can do the same exact shit Mike Evans can do, like literally. So he's a big X Factor. If he doesn't play, I don't want to say there's no chance, but it's going to make Baker Mayfield play even harder, because that boy is a dog. Like, even last week in week 3, I never doubted once Carolina took the lead Was they playing?
Oh, the Jets.
I mean, the Jets were just like the league.
I said,
I was like,
it's still 2 minutes
it's
left.
still a whole 2 minutes. Like, did they not know that's a
And
big
you got Aaron Glenn celebrating
and
this
all I need
shit.
is a field goal? I don't need just a field.
One pass, he was past midfield.
So it's like,
Okay, though, boo.
like, it just makes it harder for Baker because even when Mike Evans not being Mike Evans, him being on the field is a presence enough for Ibuka, for Miller, for
You got
what's the
Shepard,
other
you got
name?
his
Shepard,
Shepard
for them
over
to
there.
sneak in their catches. But when Mike Evans not on the field and your primary targets are Ibuka, or Shepard, or Miller, like, and Kate Otten hasn't done anything really this year, it's like, oh snap, like. Well, what does Baker really have to work with? Because that makes them zero in on Bucky Irvin more. And I just feel like this is a good game for the Eagles to get a rhythm. Because they just been so consistent this year. It don't matter if AJ ain't catching catches. No matter if Saquon ain't going for $150. Like, they find ways to win now. And the Bucs are reminiscent of the Chiefs from last year. When they should have lost, but they went in and said that they not cheating.
Yeah.
What?
See the Bucs.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say that actually might be okay because they have two solid running backs. You could majority run with Rashad White this game, and Bucky Irvin could play Christian McCaffrey, Brees Hall, whatever, and kind of roll.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna count the Bucs out, but
Like 6 catches.
But I would like to see Evans or Godwin play for it to really be a solid chance of winning. But
Yeah, I'm not going to rule out the Bucs, and I'm going to go with the Eagles. Just probably the simple fact that Mike Evans is out, so it's probably, of course, it's going to limit the Buccaneers defense anyway. They do got Tristan Wirfs coming back, so that can help their offensive line, but still, that's you taking away your option. And if the Eagles just keep playing the way they playing, they've been basically the best team so far, the Super Bowl champions. They can take the win.